Let's shift our focus now to what's happening in West Asia. The Israeli military has released new footage which it says shows an Israeli woman and her 2 children. And this includes a baby who's the youngest hostage that was taken by Hamas.
Now, militants, of course, they're being held captive in Gaza still. The army said that the footage was recovered a few days ago and came from the Khan Yunis area in southern Gaza, where the woman was surrounded by 7 armed men. It said that the images showed Shiri Bibas and her sons, Ariel, who was aged 4 when he was kidnapped, and Fir, who was 9 months old at the time. Hamas had announced in November that all 3 had been killed in an Israeli bombardment, but Israeli authorities have not confirmed the claim. Army spokesperson has now voiced concerns about their well-being.
The footage shows the terrorist wrapping Shiri and her babies in a sheet, trying to hide them. From the information available to us, we are concerned for the well-being of Shiri and the children, Ariel and Kafir, and we will do everything to get more information about their fate. We won't rest until we bring them home.
Now, Israel has warned that unless Hamas frees all hostages, its offensive will continue during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. War Cabinet member Benny Gantz has said that the Israeli army is ready to push deeper into Rafah during Ramadan, which starts on the 10th of March.
Multiple people were wounded after an Israeli airstrike hit Deir al-Balah city in central Gaza. Footage showed several wounded people being helped into ambulances. A house was extensively damaged, while a crater was also left behind by the airstrike.
Meanwhile, the United States has proposed a draft United Nations Security Council resolution which calls for a temporary ceasefire in the war and opposes Israel's ground offensive in Rafah. Until now, the United States has been averse to the word ceasefire in any UN action on the war in Gaza.
All EU countries except Hungary have called for an immediate humanitarian pause in the war. The European Union has struggled for a united response on Israel's military operation, but the bloc's foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell, has now said that 26 member states have agreed on a statement demanding a halt that would lead to a sustainable ceasefire. The EU countries have also reiterated their calls for Israel to not launch an assault on Rafah.
Now, this comes after Palestinian representatives urged UN's top court to declare Israel's occupation of their territory unlawful. They argue that Israel must immediately end the occupation for a 2-state future to survive. The request came at the beginning of a week of hearings at the International Court of Justice. The ICJ is holding hearings all week on the legal implications of Israel's occupation since 1967. More than 50 states will present arguments till the 26th.